New month, new empties. What's up everyone? Hope you're doing well. If this is your first time here, then welcome. So the theme for my empties this year is all about the season. So with summer just getting started good, this is everything I used up over the spring. And this empties in particular is kind of a weird one. Usually my empties, there's a healthy mix of things that I would totally repurchase again in the future. But I'm seeing now that I have everything for this empties laid out in front of me that things are kind of swinging in the other direction. The vibes are more so, I'm happy you're out of my house and I'm done with you, than repurchase in the future. So let's dive on in with pre-poos, of course. It's a little bit harder for me to find now, but my go-to, if you're also in a state that has roses, that has been my place to stock up on my Suave Everlasting Sunshine. This has been my holy grail pre-poo conditioner for like 8 years at this point. It's been a while. This stuff cuts through my super thick, dry, matted, curly hair very, very well. Gets things started perfectly for wash day when I'm getting things going with detangling. This was kind of like a sleeper hit. The first time I used this product, I did not like it. It was kind of like I cannot wait to use you up category. This is the Beauty and Planet Argan Oil and Lavender Smooth and Serene Conditioner. These are available at Target, Walmart. Just like the Suave Everlasting Sunshine, this is a rinse out conditioner that I use as a pre-poo to detangle my hair. It's a very thick product, which usually doesn't spell out the best results for my hair because as a low porosity girl, I tend to do better with more like thinner consistency, runnier things. All the times after that, this stuff was just magic. First of all, I don't usually love the scent of lavender, but something about this one, you guys, oh my goodness, it made my hair smell amazing. After the first time, the other uses also, my hair felt so moisturized, even more so than the Suave Everlasting Sunshine. I would say this doesn't match it in terms of slip capabilities, but in terms of moisture, this stuff left my hair feeling ridiculously amazing. I would totally get this one again. I also have a series on my channel that I will be picking up this summer, which is a deep dive breakdown into every single step of my routine. The next one will be all about deep conditioning, but the video that got that series started was all about pre-pooing and detangling. And I show that one of the main components of my detangling routine now is not only using a slippery kind of rinse out product like I showed in these first two, but also I use a slip booster. And the two that have been my go-to are these. The one from African Pride is the Aloe and Coconut Detangle and Condition Pre-Poo. And next from the Just For Me Kitty line is the Curl Piece Tender Head Detangling Treatment. And Tenderhead has been pretty much my middle name since birth. So these have made such an awesome addition to my detangling routine. When I say slip boosters, that's exactly what they are. They really help to take that slip of whatever I'm using to a whole nother level. These products are pretty comparable. They have similar ingredients. They're both very aloe vera heavy, which my hair absolutely loves. They're basically like slippery, snotty, kind of slimy type of consistency, which makes it perfect for very matted, tangled hair. I'll link the video showing my breakdown of my entire detangling routine up in the eye above. But in addition to being very affordable, both of these have made detangling a lot less of a literal headache than it used to be. This next pre-poo is kind of weird. This one is the Shea by Na Aloe and Peppermint Pre-Poo. And if you've seen my community tabs here on YouTube over the past month or so, you might know that Shea by Na is going out of business in July. So of course I'll be posting a reminder as we get a little bit closer to her sale. That's going to be towards the end of the month. So as the name says right here, I decided to use this as a pre-poo, even though when I was looking at the consistency, I didn't think it would really work for me that way. It's very oil based and the consistency just doesn't look like the type that usually gives me the best results from pre-pooing. But this definitely came in handy during my Aloe April challenge, where everything I used that month had to have aloe vera in the ingredient list. So this came in clutch because aloe vera juice is the first ingredient. But just like I predicted, my hair wasn't a big fan of it as a pre-poo. It softened up my hair nicely, but it didn't really do much in terms of slip. But I decided after that usage, there was potential there. It made my hair feel so good even though it didn't detangle. So instead I ended up using this as a curl cream. So of course, in the grand tradition of anytime I dare to use my balcony, my neighbors are super loud outside, so I had to switch locations, take down my whole little setup. So we're in the living room where I usually do my live streams. Every day my desire to live in the middle of nowhere grows stronger and stronger. So during the pre-poo step, it's also a great opportunity for me to repurpose products that don't work, and that's where these two comes in. Both of them are from Shea Moisture. This is the Fruit Fusion Coconut Water Weightless Cream Rinse, and from the Superfruit line, this actually was a very popular mask for my hair. Again, doesn't like thick products, and this stuff is thick. So it just kind of sat on top of my hair for a deep conditioner, but we were able to work with it a little bit for a pre-poo 10-in-1 renewal system hair mask. Both of them did okay, nothing to write home about. Happy that they are gone. This random little rinse out came in clutch during my henna sessions. This is the L'Oreal Evercream Nourishing Butter Rinse Out Conditioner. I don't even know if this is still available anymore, but I found out very quickly after starting henna that sometimes there would be like little teeny tiny little bits of henna particles left behind, and the key for me to getting out most of those henna particles is following up with a conditioner to not only grab onto those particles so they rinse out more, but it also helps to really soften my hair up afterwards, because henna is known for strengthening properties without reaching for a pricier rinse out or deep conditioner. So this did perfect. It's very thick and gloppy, so it worked great for being able to remove that excess henna. It softened my hair up really nicely, and with that gardenia scent, being that this is L'Oreal, it is heavily scented, but it smelled really good. So I have a lot of other conditioners that I'm going to be using for this purpose with my hennas, but on that indeterminate date in the future, when I have used up all the types of products that I have like that in my stash, I would get this again if it happens to be on the market. But I haven't seen it in quite some time, but for the purpose that I used it, it did a really good job. Moving on to deep conditioners, we've got the Heal and Renew from Uncle Funky's Daughter, their intensive hair mask. I talked about this one in my Aloe April series of videos. I did a full wash day using all new to me products, all of them of course having aloe vera as the first 5 ingredients as per my challenge. This one did okay. I wasn't super impressed with it. I found that this one performed better when it was combined with another conditioner that helped it more in terms of slip, because on its own this one didn't really perform. I also found that to get the best results from this, I had to really layer it on and pack it onto my hair. Otherwise my hair just felt kind of blah after rinsing it out. It does have a minty feeling and scent due to the fact that it has peppermint oil in it, I think, and that of course, as with all products that I use with any sort of mint, is so relaxing. It feels really good to my scalp. Definitely won't be getting it again, but it was pretty good while it lasted. And another product that I used up for deep conditioning is the Unicurl Moisture Fantasy Moisturizing Conditioner. In our little baby cream area, because there's only 2 products, it's a Shea scented moisturizing styling cream. Y'all, this stuff was basically pretty scented water. It was so hard putting it on my hair because it would just like splash everywhere, and I'd just be like super precious about just a little amount at a time so I wouldn't waste it all over the floor and it just be gone. I ended up using this to, I think, retwist a set of twists, which is really difficult because the consistency was literally like water. So what are you retwisting? What are you retwisting? It was mostly just to use this up and infuse a little baby bit of moisture into my hair in between styling sessions. But other than that, a little bit of extra softness, no other benefits. I think that it left me with some nice shine, but other than that, I think this was another one that I pulled out for Aloe April. Yep, this has aloe vera as the 4th ingredient, so it definitely fit the bill there, but definitely won't be repurchasing this one. I don't even know if this one's on the website anymore, but yeah, not a fan. Something that I am a big fan of is the Annabelle's Perfect Blend Ayurvedic Hair Cream. I have a whole dedicated review, so I'll make sure to link it in the eye above here as well as in the description box. But this is an awesome one and done product. That is the main way that I use it. Once I get to rinsing up my deep conditioner, I am tired. I am ready for wash day to be over. This is a consistently reliable product that I can use to twist or braid my hair up, and it hits all the boxes for me in terms of moisture. It gives me nice hold and softness, and also the resulting style after I take out the twists or braids. The result is absolutely beautiful. It has tons of shine, so this gets me in and out when it comes to the styling process. Annabelle's Perfect Blend also has so many different scent options, so it's really fun playing with different ones. And just like the name entails, this has a ton of Ayurvedic goodies in there, so it has lots of benefits for the hair and scalp, while also being a great way to get you in and out when it comes to finishing up wash day. As you guys know, I leave my jars clean, okay? We're not leaving a drop behind, unless it's some of these products that you're gonna see a little bit later on. Well, one in particular, it's not hair related, but it has not been used up, but it needs to get up out of here, but we're gonna talk about that. And last for hair, surprisingly, I thought I used a lot more hair stuff this time. This is one of John's cast-offs, of course. I always have one of his gels in my empties, I feel. He uses his gels up to like this point, and he knows how I feel about wasting stuff, so he'll give me that, and I'll use it like one wash day up to like slick my hair, or I'll use it up to finish up a couple of twists. But this is the Wetline Extreme who knows with their versions now. They've come up with like 4 different versions, but this is the Wetline Extreme that is currently on the market. I don't like it as much as the original. It's okay, it's whatever. I definitely don't see myself running out to go get this again. So as long as John gives them to me, I'll use them for that purpose of just quickly slicking my hair back with the little remainder that he has in there, or finishing up a style and just chuck it in the bag for my Empties videos. Now diving into skin and body care, first up we have the Annabelle's Perfect Blend Turmeric Papaya Face and Body Scrub. And unlike the Ayurvedic hair cream, I did not like this at all. Turmeric, as I'm sure many of you know, is a very highly pigmented herb, and even after using this scrub for only a few minutes in the shower, it would stain my nails, and it actually stained my bathtub, because as many of you know, this is not a YouTube friendly house, so my bathtub is plastic, so it just leached onto that turmeric. But as far as the performance, I've tried this so many different ways. I've tried it on my body, I've tried it on my face, and on my body it was very abrasive. Like the brown sugar is the second ingredient, and usually my skin likes those more physical exfoliators, but this was really harsh on my face, and it left a weird film afterwards as well. I tried to use this with my black soap facial cleanser to kind of like melt the sugar down a little bit so I could still get some of the benefits of the ingredients without it being so harsh. It didn't really do a great job that way. I used it on my body, but I found that the sugar absorbed so many of the other ingredients in there that there wasn't like a base of sugar and oil to kind of help with the exfoliation. So the sugar would literally like fall right off my skin in the shower. So it didn't really do anything in terms of body care either. And the last one that I used this up because I was like, I need to be done with this stuff. So what I did was I combined it with a cream facial wash that I use that's not my favorite, but I like it, but it was just to try to help it go a little bit farther and actually stick on my skin. And y'all, that stuff turned into Play-Doh. Something about combining this with that product, they just did not mesh well. So I used it on my body, that strange Play-Doh concoction. It did nothing probably in terms of exfoliation, but I am really happy that I am all done with this. Now a scrub that I do enjoy is this one from Olay. I'm not an Olay girl, but my mom sometimes will give me some of her Olay products that she's not using, and this is one that she gave me that I absolutely loved. And John actually fell in love with this too. He was in need of a nice exfoliator, and this did a great job. This is the Olay Scrubs 5-in-1 Clean Hydrating Vitamin C and Caviar Lime Scrub. This one is a physical exfoliator as well, as opposed to one that has chemical ingredients that help with exfoliation. But the little exfoliators are very, very fine, so they're great for not being as susceptible to causing micro tears into your skin. And the 5 benefits that it says it has are: it brightens, it deeply cleans, gently exfoliates, definitely removes excess oil, and refreshes. I use this as a face wash with a benefit of some exfoliation in there because it's very gentle, and this is one that I would definitely repurchase in the future. It has a really nice subtle little lime scent, just like the name has there, Caviar Lime. Smells good, left my skin feeling awesome, gave me some nice midweek exfoliation without using something too harsh. I am so on the fence about this one because on one hand it did a good job, but on the other hand it stank. It stank so bad. This is the Shea Organics African Aloe Facial Gel. It says it's the world's most active aloe vera, and you guys know me loving aloe vera. That was right up my alley, so I was really excited to try this. It says it's good for daily moisture, using after sun, using for acne, burns, cuts, and more, and it is 99.5% natural. So this is supposed to be like a highly active, nutrient dense version of aloe. There we go. So I've been using Shea skincare products for years. They actually make my favorite face wash of all time, the African Black Soap and Rose face wash. I always forget the name of it, but that's basically what it is. If you go on their website, they're gonna have their like #1 bestseller somewhere on there. That product will definitely be in my next Empties video, and I did a big old haul during my webcam days from Shea, so I'll link that here if you want to check that out also. But I was so excited for this, you guys. I was like, oh, I can use it for so many different things. But when I opened this, you guys, it smelled like, I don't know, it just smelled bad. It's very oppressive. It smelled like feet almost. It is intense. It is intense. It's not like a very pureed aloe, like it's very chunky. So I ended up just having to, this was a dream. This was never gonna happen with this product. It was too thick for it to actually pump out. So I would just take this off and store it like this, and I would just try my hardest to get like a chunk of aloe and put it on my face that way. And it did pretty good in terms of what the claims say. I used it for acne, I used it for if I'd been out in the sun for a while, but it did leave a weird film because it was so chunky and not pureed. So I would definitely feel it on my skin as it dried, but the smell, I just can't get past the smell. So it didn't do so well that I'm like, oh, it's a HD, I have to have it in my life. It did good for the amount of time that I had it, but I definitely wouldn't get this one again. It's too much of a pain to get out the bottle. The smell is rough. It would also kind of liquefy to the point where when I did try to do this, sometimes a bunch of aloe juice would just shoot out of nowhere. It's a little sample of the Clarins Masque Aromatique Parfum. This is French, so here we go. But this is the product right here. The autofocus in this room is just like non-existent with what we've got going on here. And what I gather from the instructions is that this is a hypoallergenic hydrating mask. So I mainly just used it to give my skin a little bit of added softness. I didn't like it enough to repurchase it. I don't have a ton of experience with Clarins face products. Anytime that I've used them, it's usually been like a sample, and nothing I've used except for maybe an eye cream or an eye gel has blown me away to the point where I would even consider purchasing it in the future, including this one. Now this is a sample that I am absolutely in love with. I've been using it for the past week or so. I think I've gotten maybe 5 or so uses out of it, and for this size that's pretty good because I got a nice sized face, so we've got a lot of surface area to cover. And you guys know I don't get all that excited about skincare. I'm much more of a hair care girl. This is definitely one that I can see myself getting a full size in. This is the Fresh Black Tea Firming Corset Cream. Ooh, and I love the name. It's so kind of like sexy. This is for your face and neck, and it says that it has firming goji fruit extract. So on the back here it says that the Fresh Black Tea Firming Corset Cream for face and neck is proven to immediately firm and strengthen the neck, providing a corset-like effect that gives a more lifted and defined appearance. And it says that you're supposed to apply it to your face daily, morning and night, but I usually would just use it one or the other, either during the morning underneath my sunscreen or at night after washing my face. And I don't know about that whole lifting and firming thing. My face is not very defined, but in terms of leaving my skin feeling very, very soft, leaving it feeling really nice and just kind of making it feel a little smoother maybe, it did a great job. It played well with my other creams. As you can see, my ice cream pimple here is thriving. And now there are people arguing, why is it always something out here? My favorite ice cream of all time, the one brand, the one flavor, favorite of all time, Bluebell Cotton Candy, only comes out during the summertime. It breaks me out so bad. So that's where this little friend is coming from. So I've been using more acne medication, and that can interfere with some of the other creams and sunblocks that I use, but it did a really good job after putting it on top of this. It didn't do that weird pilling type of thing that you have when you mix two different products that don't play well together, which is something I noticed with a lot of skincare. Something just won't mesh and it'll peel up on your skin and just won't rub in. It'll be like a weird vibe. So everything I use on top of this just blended in. I will definitely be looking out for this for Black Friday because I liked it that much. Speaking of acne medication, in addition to my go-to tea tree oil, I've also been using this longtime favorite that's a bit stronger. This is the Clean and Clear Persogel 10% benzoyl peroxide acne medication. It is maximum strength. I've had this for so long and it has got me through so many pimples, and it's really drying. It really helps when I get that stubborn cystic acne, so I will definitely be purchasing this one again. I really wanted to like this, but I'm super lukewarm about this product. This is the Black Girl Sunscreen Moisturizing Sunscreen Face and Body SPF 30, and I was so excited to try this. If you guys know me, you know that I am a huge proponent of sunscreen every day, 365, whether it's cloudy, whether it's rainy, winter, whatever. I'm putting some type of sunscreen on my exposed skin, and I think it has done me a world of good. I still get carded now, even though I am well into my 30s. So sunscreen plus some really good jeans from my mama have really done me good. I thought this was gonna be like my holy grail sunscreen. So let's talk about the pros. It's readily available at Target. I think Ulta carries it as well. Also on their website, which is where I got it before it was sold in more more places, and they have really good sales, especially around Black Friday. It's a Black owned sunscreen brand, so they really took into account that whole Casper effect that you can get with a lot of sunscreens on any type of melanated skin, which you got sun protection, but you walk around looking crazy pretty much. So this is ultra sheer, so they really focused on not having that effect, which is amazing. It's also fragrance free, which if you guys saw my fragrance free hair products video, is a big one, especially when it comes to cosmetics, hair products. It's also water resistant. It's infused with jojoba and avocado oil, and it is silicone free. And for me, that last one I was really excited about, because my last two go-to sunscreen moisturizing products, the Aveeno Positively Ageless, which has been in so many of my Empties videos over the years, as well as the Rock 5-in-1 corrective something sunscreen lotion. I haven't used that one in a while, but I would alternate between those two over the past like 8 years, and that's also been in some Empties videos. But those two I would feel gave me really good sun protection, but when I would wash them off at the end of the night, the silicone in them would like build up really weird with my facial cleanser. And I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna get me the sun protection. It's gonna be better for my skin because the ingredients are better and all that stuff. Y'all, I miss my little silicone face lotions. They left my skin feeling softer. This one definitely feels more like a sunscreen. Like, it doesn't feel like a sunscreen moisturizer like those other two did. This one definitely feels like it's more so just for sun protection. My skin doesn't feel dry, but it definitely feels like that sunscreen feeling where it's not soft, but it's a weird, you guys know if you've used traditional sunscreen what I'm talking about, that weird in between my face doesn't feel dry but it doesn't feel moisturized either. Like there's a coating on it. Like it's all about the sunscreen, which if you're just going to the beach or something, that's great, but I use this on the daily. Like, it also doesn't interact great with my makeup. Sometimes I'll use, like today, my CC cream to give me a little bit of coverage because my skin will look kind of blotchy, like a little bit red, and this helps to even out things a little bit. And it doesn't interact well with that CC cream. I don't love this one. Let me know if you've tried their matte version. That one also has a higher SPF than this one. I think that one has SPF 45 than 30, and I'm all about the SPF. So let me know if you've tried the two of them, what you think comparing them. I would not get this one again just because I have so many other sunblocks that I'm trying right now. The one that I have been using more so that I do like a lot more is the Elta MD skincare that I got in my sunblock kit from Black Friday that I told you guys about in my haul video. This one is UV clear broad spectrum SPF 46, and it's also supposed to be good for acne prone skin, which even in my 30s is a concern. Keeping it in the sunscreen family, my go-to body sunscreen that I also can use on my face without having to worry about breakouts is the Alba Botanica Cool Sport Sunscreen SPF 50. I get this in the refreshing scent from Vitacost.com. It also comes in a coconut, but I love this one. It has like this like fresh, cool water scent. It smells so good. It doesn't leave my skin feeling sticky like some spray sunscreens can. It gets right in there. I can use it on my face, as I mentioned, if I'm just like going to Walmart real quick and I just want to spray a little quick something for some sun protection. It's also reef friendly, which is really important to me. I love the oceans, all about protecting them and preserving them, and I've had the privilege, the immense privilege of swimming in the Great Barrier Reef before it has just been decimated over the past like 15 years. It is absolutely beautiful. I just wish we would just stop so many of the things we're doing to this earth, but makes me feel really happy that I am using a sunscreen that is reef friendly and not helping to contribute to the issues that are going on. It's also endorsed by the Skin Cancer Foundation, so my search for the perfect body sunscreen is completely over when it comes to this. I'm never without this stuff. I'm on my last bottle now, so as long as I keep making it, I'm gonna keep getting it. Last two in this Empties are things that are actually not used up, but it takes a lot for me to get to the point of just throwing something out without using it up. Like, it has to be really bad. My skin and hair usually tolerate a lot, but it can't tolerate this. This is the Dove 0% aluminum coconut and pink jasmine scent deodorant. Just no, it's not. So technically that is what the product is called, but there's no deodoring of anything in sight. This stuff, I can put it on and it does absolutely nothing. I was toying around with different aluminum-free options when it comes to deodorant. I like to test them out, see how they do. And as I mentioned in my Lumi deodorant review, ever since I turned 30, my hormones have just gotten haywire. So once I realized that this was not gonna be able to suffice as my main deodorant, I ended up using it like if I'm just going to Walmart, if I'm going to Target real quick and just to swipe on a little something. no, I might as well have not done anything. This does absolutely nothing when it comes to odor protection. It smells good. It's almost like a solid gel type consistency. I can do it on my hand because I don't think it'll hurt anything. And when we talk about hurt, we're gonna talk about this. But this is how it goes on. Goes on clear with like a slight sheen. I noticed all of a sudden that when I would use it under my underarms, it would burn. It would burn really, really badly. So after that weirdness started happening, I said, okay, maybe I can use it underneath my boobs because I have very, very large breasts and they're always doing something. But I mainly use deodorant there that you help with sweating or chafing. And since this one is aluminum free, it really wasn't gonna do anything in terms of the sweating, but I thought it might be good for the chafing because the consistency, it feels really nice. Feels really nice, but this gave me such a huge amount of discoloration from rashes. Very, very painful rashes. Like under my arms now, the discoloration is out of this world. I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna have to do some major exfoliation. I might have to do like some chemical exfoliation because it's so built up and so different than the rest of my skin. So thanks a lot, Dove, for that. So not only did it give me rashes there, but it gave me huge, like long-standing rashes underneath my breasts as well. And I mentioned this in my live stream from last weekend that this gave me such severe rashes. My doctor was concerned that it might be an early stage of breast cancer. So she sent me for my first ever mammogram after using this. So just no. So this is definitely going in the trash. It has done so much more harm than good. So bye. Just never again. So the last thing in this Empties is actually something that's not going to be gotten rid of like the rest of this. All of these are bound for the recycling, with the exception of this because it's still got product in it. But the rest of these things are bound for recycling. But these right here, these are the main choice cutting shears, and this remains to this day one of my best performing YouTube videos. I was so excited to get these, you guys. And as you can see, they look a little different, right? They look a little different. These, over time, the quality has just like plummeted. I thought at the time that it was like this gorgeous purple color was like metal that the scissors were cut from, basically. Like it was solid. Whatever the material was in that color, it was solid. I didn't know that this was literally just like flaking of purple coating on top of the scissors. So that has been steadily, even on my finger right now, some of it is coming off, but it would start to flake off when I would cut my hair, and it would make my ends more damaged after using this because of that, because the roughness and cutting in between, it would get caught with the flaking coming off, and it was just not, it was not good. They also rust really, really easily. I have another pair of scissors that are now my go-to scissors, my true best ever, that I've had since 2004. They are, I think, Japanese tempered steel, and they are freaking amazing. I talk about them in my must-have curly hair products video. These are now going to be relegated to cutting open bags of chips and potatoes and stuff like that. So I won't be getting rid of these. I can repurpose them for that because you can always use a pair of scissors around the house. So, but other than that, no. So that's everything that I used over the spring. I hope that you guys enjoyed this Empties video. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how much I use over the course of the summer because I'm used to using up like a bag full of stuff. So I am not liking these not using up a bunch of stuff vibes. So I'm hoping that for the next Empties, this is a nice big old long one, like filled to the brim. So we'll see how it goes over the summer with that. If you enjoy this Empties, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps to boost my channel and this video so that more people can see it. It also helps my channel to grow. Likewise, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so as well. That'd be awesome. Remember that I upload videos every Friday, but sometimes I'll have the odd little bonus video. So make sure you have those notifications turned on, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.